Hello, my name is Danny. Today is November 16th, 2025, and this is my first long-form video. Currently, it is 186 days till Galaxycon 2026, Oklahoma. You may be wondering, why in the world are you counting? And I'll tell you. Something that you may not know about me is I am a competitive cosplayer. I have been competing for 3 years and I have been sewing for 10 years. And so far, I've only gotten minor awards. I am grateful for them and I do believe that I worked hard for them, but I want to step up my game and I want to get better. It is my goal for this convention to place and move up from novice. If you weren't in the competitive cosplay scene, you might be confused on how have you been sewing for 10 years and are still a novice? And there are two main reasons. The first is, even though I've been sewing for 10 years, I haven't really improved until recently. It's been a flat line until recently we go whoop all the way up here, and that's when I started competing. It's only the competitions that have pushed me to get better and try new things. 2, competing is gambling. There is no guaranteed. Even if you try the hardest you've ever tried, you've done the best techniques you've ever done, you've made it the cleanest things you've ever sewn, there's still a chance someone can show up and do it better than you. That's why you can't go into these with the mindset of, I want to win. Because that can really hurt when you lose. And I had to learn that the hard way. You have to go into these with the willingness to learn and get better and make connections. 'Cause I know this is a cliche thing that a lot of people have heard before, but competing is worth it because of the friends you make in line and the people you meet at the con, not for what award you get and what money you get. The past 3 craftsmanship competitions I've done were Windbloom 2025, Galaxycon 2025, and Lantern Rite 2024. At Windbloom, I got a judge's choice. This is a good example of the best you could do, but simply outshined. I worked really hard on it. I did a bunch of different stuff. I went crazy making every single detail and taking the creative liberties that I thought that would work for the character. But someone just did a better cosplay. And I'm not upset about it. I'm not butthurt. I think they deserved it. The cosplays that actually placed were beautiful. And I'm just happy. I got a judge's choice and I got acknowledged for the work I put in. At Galaxycon, I got Best Prop, which is, I'm pretty sure, a minor award. I made 2 props. I had my little plush Shadow Milk and my giant candy apple. I don't know why it was the props that stood out to the judges, but that's what stood out amongst everybody were my silly props and the techniques I used to make them. And even though I was trash talking my lobotomy milk plushie, they liked it. But I didn't stand out for the rest of the cosplay. All I had was a very simple dress with a overdress that had a very simple corset and just a not that well made helmet wig, which I can't be mad about. I rushed the cosplay. I made it in 6 weeks. I could have done better, and I've learned from it, and it helped me get better on my Ganyu. The Abyss Mage I made for Lantern Rite was a joke. It was completely a joke. I wasn't even expecting on competing. I just made it for the funnies. It was hot glued, falling apart. I had to redo the mask because the original one got put in the oven. But these experiences have gotten me to get better and learn better and improve. And that's the point of these competitions. These are the things I need to work on. The first is complexity. In my candy apple cosplay, I used very simple stuff and rudimentary techniques. If it's just a very simple outfit that doesn't have much detail, even if you put extra detail into it, if it's still a simple thing, it's not gonna stand out much. The second is doing more. With my previous cosplays, I bought stuff. Like, I bought the bodysuit and the gloves for my Ganyu, or I bought the petticoat and the stockings and the shoes for my candy apple, and the only thing I can do more is just do more designs, more techniques, and not buying as much stuff. The third is cleanliness. I need to spend more time and energy on stuff like not letting fabric fray, not making sure there's no loose threads, or not letting hot glue strings show, or using techniques that don't let those stuff happen. At this point, you're probably like, holy Pop-Tarts and a pencil sharpener. That's a lot of work. I know. Cosplay is a work of labor, love, sweat, blood, tears, mostly tears, but it's worth it. Making this stuff just to get acknowledged for the skills that you learn is completely worth it. And with all of this, for my next competitive cosplay, I have chosen Rudo from Galaxycon. His design has a bunch of different techniques I can use and show off, and his character is from a newer and popular media, which doesn't help much in the competitive scene, but walking around the con and people asking for photos, it definitely does help for newer stuff. But anyway, here is the black long sleeve shirt that he wears. I'm gonna be using a black stretch fabric and using a long sleeve shirt that I already own as a pattern, or I will alter that long sleeve shirt to look more like the one that he wears in the show. The jacket. The pattern is from a random one that I found online that I altered to look more like his and to fit me better for what I need. From the time of recording, I've already drafted it. That's what that thing in the back there is. I know it looks bad. I spent like 30 minutes on it. I do want the jacket to be lined, and I also want to find like a nice thick canvas type material for it, because I feel like that would be something that they would find in the show. The pants. I want them to be a drop crotch pants and very baggy, similar to cargo pants. I am a little scared of pants because the last time I made pants, they ripped. And that scared me from doing pants. That's why for the past couple cosplays I've done, they were all girlies in dresses or skirts. But I think it is time that I finally move on from my pants trauma and attempt it again. The gloves. They are literally one of the most important parts of his character. I want them to be very nice and bulky and big. I also want to make sure they have the right detail and material, and I want to try to airbrush it because I haven't airbrushed fabric before and I really want to try that. The masks. He has two masks. He has his gas mask and he has his full face. I want to make both of them. I also kind of want to make them separated. I'm either going to hand sculpt it or I'm going to get a 3D model of it and then I'll sculpt on top of it. Just because if I do 3D print it, I don't want it to be a basic 3D print model. I want to get more out of it than just something that I didn't even really try to make. I also want to try painting it like the pieces I painted for my Ganyu, like that very comic book, graphic, like nice, sharp design, because I think that would look really good for his character specifically. The prop. With this one, I have a choice. Either I can do the plunger, which is really funny, and it's very similar techniques to what I did for my giant candy apple, and it's very doable, or I can do the vacuum. Both are really good props to do, but if I do pick the vacuum, it is a lot more work, but I could, in theory, put a smoke machine and lights in it, because that would be sick.
Galaxycon is 3 days. Why are you only talking about one cosplay? Are you gonna do other stuff, or are you gonna wear Rudo all weekend?
I'm gonna wear other stuff. Galaxycon has 3 different cosplay competitions. I might do all 3 of them again. I don't know, it depends on what happens, but I'll briefly talk over them. The first one is runway. You kind of just walk on, do a pose, walk off. It's only about the appeal of the cosplay and your stage presence. There's no skit, no craftsmanship, no prejudging. You just walk on, walk off, and you might get a prize. Then Saturday is craftsmanship. That's the one that you have to go to prejudging, you have to make sure it's all clean, and you actually get judged on the quality of the costume. Sunday is performance. I know there's like a fancy name for it, I don't remember the name of it, but it's you either do a skit or a musical performance. And for that one, I think I'm gonna wear Ganyu, because with Genshin and Hoyo stuff, they have really good music. So I can learn her theme and play it for the audience if it's allowed. I'm not sure. Or I just might not do the competition and I just want to wear Ganyu again. The only thing is she has some maintenance I need to do because some stuff is broken. Mainly because I kind of dropped her wig from 7 feet in the air and it broke off a lot of stuff, but it's fine. Nothing Hakudu can't fix. For Friday. If you've noticed my recent obsession, you know where this is going. Since Friday is only the runway, I can do something funny. But I'll explain what I need for the final cosplay. It is black slacks, a white button-up, a red tie, and a blue suit jacket, along with a furry head of Sonar. Yes, I want to cosplay the Moist Critical Bat because it's funny and I love him. Since it's not craftsmanship, I can just buy a suit, which is so much more handy than having to make a suit. Those scare me. I also think it'd be really funny to have some props like a stapler, handcuffs, Twinkies, if you know, you know. Probably a sign that says Robert Robertson sucks or something stupid like that, because it's Sonar. I want to have fun with him. Okay, this is real life. This one isn't scripted. I've been doing a script for this whole thing. I could do Ganyu on Friday, because I would want to wear Sonar more. And then I could walk on with Ganyu. And then on Sunday, I could do Sonar, and I can make a presentation on why Robert Robertson sucks and why he stole my stapler. I could. It'd be really stupid, but it'd be really funny. Now that the game plan is done, for the next 186 days, I am going to be working on these cosplays. I hope that you guys will join along for the ride, and you will see me update when I can, and hopefully I don't get burnt out. From now on, I will see you guys next time. I need to look at the camera. Pee pee poo poo. Pee pee poo poo. The past 3 craftsmanship competitions I did were because how funny would it be just to go aura. Why did I say that? Why did I say aura?
Why are you? I can't do it, seriously.
But I just gave it away. Mwah. I'm cutting that out. No.